Welcome back to Grid Down Prepping. I dropped my audio track on this, so I figured I'd just do a voiceover. This is a rocket stove that I recently reordered from eBay, and it came in less than a week. So they are in country. I've been trying to not focus on things that you have to get from China. This is my old one of these, which you probably saw if you saw the kindling cracker that I reviewed. Here is I compared boiling a liter and a half of water to my old StoveTech stove, and obviously I sped this up to, it totals about 50 seconds of this sped up video, and it was about 8 minutes 20 seconds, I think, something like that. So it came out to 50 seconds at 1,000% faster. So it took about 8 minutes, 20 seconds for a pint and a half or a liter and a half of water to boil using that new stove, the $21 stove on the left. I compared it to this rocket stove just because there was such a hoopla about them in the prepper world back then. This is where the water did boil after 8 minutes, 20 seconds. And I actually showed you that I actually had stopped putting fuel into this stove long before, because I saw that it was going to boil, because I didn't want it to seem that I gave it an unfair advantage. I'm basically on coals here, and it's a rolling boil, whereas the StoveTech still hasn't boiled, even though I put in roughly twice as much fuel. It's a good hefty fire, and you can see that I did turn the speed back to normal here, so you could see that I recorded that this is the classic stove, the classic rocket stove flame, where it's shooting up out of the cylinder, and coming around the sides of the pan. But the water still had not boiled, and that was using more fuel, not less fuel. So this guy is a little bit messy. The new $21 rocket stove is foldable, it's light, it's backpackable, and it doesn't really seem to have any disadvantage other than the nice thing about the StoveTech is it's a big heavy thing, as you can see, with a cast iron top, and it's very stable. Your pan is stable on it. Probably easier to simmer stuff long term on it. I'm not saying that they're not available anymore anyway. I'm not saying that there was no value to these stoves. I still have two of them. I still do use them. And even though I leave them sitting outside, as you can see, it's in terrible condition. I don't even keep it in a shed. It's such a rugged thing. And, it still has their use. But compared to this guy, I just don't think that you're losing much. It's a messier fire. You definitely have to keep up on it because it does get out of control. But is there a disadvantage to it? I don't think so. And I think that if you have a wood supply of heat source, a cooking source, it's a no-brainer to just go out and buy one of these things. We will see you next time.
Fire!